How you doing, everyone, and welcome to KNS Global Entertainment. I am Keith Stoddard, and today we're going to do something different. I'm going to do a series that is going to be approximately maybe between 5 and 8 episodes long, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a film together. AI has been taking over a lot of things. You turn on your phone, you go on Facebook, go on social media, you see an ad for AI. YouTube, you see an ad for AI. Everyone's using AI these days, and it's a very useful tool to do a lot of things, especially when it comes to filmmaking. You could write a script with AI. You could write a book with AI. You can create scenes with AI. You can even use yourself in those scenes. What I'm going to do is we're going to be making approximately a 5 to 10 minute film together, step by step, using AI software and technology to combine the film together and make it one complete project. Then we're going to post it together. But it's going to be a project that you and I created together. So come on board, and we're going to have some fun, and we're going to be making this project together, and we're going to be doing it one step at a time. Well, the software we'll be using is Halio AI, which I find very simple and basic when it comes to creating something that is easy. It's easy to use, and plus it's simple that you can get into there and dabble. But what I like about Halo is that you can create your pictures, your images of the scenes that you would like to create for a film, which I do recommend doing. Um, a lot of people waste their credits. Credits are something you get when you have an AI program. They waste their credits just coming up with a scene, doing it, and then they don't like it because something goes wrong. The image is not right. The theme is not right, and so you have to go back and do it again. So I like creating images, and Helio gives you the choice of 4 images that you can use, and you can pick one, and you can use it to go ahead and to create that scene using the AI technology. So what we're going to do is we're going to create our scene, but first we have to come up with a genre. Genres being like comedy, action, romance, horror, and I specialize in making horror films. Um, and we're going to work on a horror film today. Probably like about 5 minutes long, something short, so it's easy to catch on, easy to do. We can do it together, step by step. So that's what we're going to be working on today. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to image creating. So we're going to create an image. As you see, I had a bunch of images that I created for a lot of my videos, my shorts, and that. We're going to create something in a horror theme, and we're going to use only one actor. So with Halo, also it gives you add reference character, so you can use a character, an actor that of an image of a family member, a friend, yourself, so forth, and always get permission before you use somebody else um, in any AI film. In this case, I have everyone's permission of all the images I have in my database of people. Um, so we're going to start with that, and we're going to use myself. So let's find me. We're going to use right here. Click that. This is your reference character. So we'll use myself on that. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off our scene. So our scene should start off, we're going to do some isolations. We can use just one character. So to start off, a good opening will be Mian, which will refer to as the image I put on the bottom there. Mian wearing black leather jacket, white shirt. We won't be descriptive on that. Could be a t-shirt, dress shirt, whatever you choose. Jeans and black walking down hallway of old house. Inside old house, not of. Hallway inside old house. So now what we're going to do is we want this to be nighttime. So on the bottom before you put me in, put nighttime. And I want it to be a tracking shot. Tracking shot means the camera will follow the character and guide along where they are going from point A to point B. You can also do the overhead shots if you want to do an overhead. You can do close-ups and so forth. It gives you the choice. Always put in the way you picture your camera angle to be. In this case, I'm going to put tracking shot. Okay, and then it takes 4 credits. I have in the credit bank, I have 1,511. So we're going to use some of that up and create a film. So it's going to create 4 pictures using that one image you see right down here of myself. And we're going to pick the image that we like to start off with. Now, once we pick the image we like, we're going to create this scene. This is what these images are going to do is create the floor plan, which is going to put me inside of a hallway walking through an old house. It usually takes a few minutes. Here we go. And as you see, here's me walking through. I wish I was that slim. Walking down the hallway of an old house. Now, this one I don't like. It looks too big. This one here I like because it has a little bit of the moody. Don't worry about these here where it says Minimax and Who. That's taken out. That's not going to be on your video. I don't like this one that much. This one here is fine if I drop something and I was looking for it. But this one here I want to go with. So, we're going to video it. And it's going to give you start frame. And then this is something new that they add. 3 ways to create your video: start frame, end frame, or start and end frame. We're going to click on that. We're not really going to have an end frame, but we're going to do it as probably being 10 seconds. And that's going to be 50 credits. Click on it. And it's going to be that. Now, what you do, you can cancel if you have made a mistake, and it's going to be successful, and it's not going to cost you anything. But what we're going to do here is, as you see, we have an image. Now we're going to take that image, turn it to video. So we're going to put in here, man walking. You don't have to describe him because he's already in the image. Walking down hallway. Looks concerned. Keeps looking back as if someone is following him. Alright, so I'm going to create that. It's going to come here. And now, this here, what they did here with adding, Halo adds different things a lot. They add updates a lot. And I like this one here, so you can transition your scene. You could have a beginning of the scene to the end of the scene, which makes it a lot better because then it kind of saves you on time and you get the scenes you want. So it makes it a lot better to create that floor plan of the film project you are doing. It says 6-minute wait, but usually doesn't take 6 minutes. And I have the Pro package, which Pro is good. Now, if you look here, you will get, they usually give you different credits. September 9th, you'll get 974 credits. The 10th, you'll get 151 credits. December 31st, you'll get 332. They give you a lot of different credits and a lot of different bonuses on this software. So I like using it. So what I'm going to do also, as this is being created, we are going to go back to image. And we're going to keep this first part here. And I'm going to put here we're going to separate that, and I'm going to put opens door to his apartment. And let's see what that generates for our pictures, and we'll choose one. And using AI is a lot quicker and efficient when making films. You can come up with anything that your mind can just think of, and usually you can create it with AI, and which I find really fascinating and intriguing. And here we go. No, I don't like this one at all. This one here I do like. Now we want to make sure it's coexistent with what we're doing here. Now as you see, that clothing is the same as you see here. No big difference. So I like this one right between this one and this one. I'm going to keep this one right here. I'm going to video that here. As if someone is following him, reaches reaches because I can take it as it means. AI is very tricky when it comes to when you're typing. It really has its detail. So looking back, as if someone is following him. Walks to his apartment door and pauses and looks around. Looks around the hallway. So it keeps it in the scene as the character will reach his doorway, look around, very confused, concerned, someone's following him. You just don't know what's following him, who's following him. We'll get to that as we go further. And to create. And that goes into that one here. Alright, this one here should be done anytime now. Scene downloaded. Here we are, the first scene. Let's see how it came out. Looking, door shuts behind him. Now you notice the face change right here. What we'll do is we'll play this scene again. See? Starts off looking like me. Now when he turns his head, different face change. Not that bad, but I mean, obviously it's not. You can't really tell. That's a plus. Nothing else changes down here. So what we'll do is we'll download this. I'll go into our download file. We're going to do it without watermark. Downloads. There you go, right here. So we'll save that. Alright. Now we're going to go back to our scene here. Our next scene should be downloading within 33% here. And that should show us more of man walking down the hallway, looks concerned, keeps looking back. And he comes to an apartment door, pauses, looks around the hallway. Now, what we're going to do in the meantime while this is downloading, we're going back to image. Now, we want to do a cutaway scene. We want to do, before, maybe show outside the apartment, then continue on to our first scene. As he's going, have a breakaway scene. So we're going to do another image of possibly down a hallway or something. We wanted to make it look like we could break away and have a smooth transition, because sometimes you won't really get the transition you want when it goes scene to scene. So we want to always do a breakaway scene. So we're going to do outside. Nighttime. Old apartment building. Okay. Make sure you have no reference characters here, because you don't want yourself or whoever you're using to show up in that scene. Let's generate some images. See what they come up to, what we like, and we'll use one. Like I say, breakaway scenes are really, really important. We want to do a transition. Now, if you notice, there's no sound. Sound will come to later on in some of our other steps of how to add sound effects to the scene, and also music. Never use music you're on the radio, CD, anything. Never use copyrighted music. I'm going to show you a site that you can go to and you can use some good music. Now, here's some good pictures here of apartments. I like this one right here. This one has an eerie look to it, so I am going to use this one, and I'm going to video it. I'm only going to do, instead of 10 seconds, we're only going to do 5 seconds or 6 seconds here. Alright, and we're going to do, it's not going to be a track, yeah, we could do another tracking shot, but I don't really want to, but it's okay. Tracking shot. Apartment building. Stands. Then desolate. We could try to do that. 6 seconds here. Now, while that's done, we have our next scene that came about. Let's look. As you see, the light is fading. It has a little eeriness, but you look, I like the eeriness that it has, but I noticed something. He's not gripping at a door. Let me see. See, right here I did not like. So what we might want to do in our scene is you want to cut right here, start right here, and he's looking. So we do our breakaway scene, come to this scene, and what it's going to do is going to show him opening the door, and he's going to step inside. So we're not going to use this part here. It's just, I don't know, it just doesn't look good because there is no door here. But there's a way to get around it, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So we don't want to waste our credits. We want to use our credits that we have. So we're going to go ahead and download this scene. Okay, let's go back. This here, it says 3 minutes. Now we did scenes. We're going to use this scene opening, apartment. Go to the first scene we did. Then we're going to do a breakaway scene. Now the breakaway scene we're going to use is it's going to be apartment building scenes. We're going to not do that apartment building again. We're going to use camera view shows down hallway. Barely lit. And ominous. inserted. Alright, we're gonna create, this is gonna be images, so let's just copy that. Copy image, paste. Now, if you look at these pictures here, for example, we're using this one. But if you go to this one, it could be a backside of the apartments. So you can really use that later on in another scene to show behind the apartment building. This here won't work. As you see, it's conjoined with another building. This one, unless you can't see. See, there's no buildings here, so you can't use this one either because it shows buildings here, and then plus it's more wooded back here in this scene. So you can't use this one, can't use this one, but you could get away with using this one. So we can use it later. Alright, here's the hallway. I would go with this one. Reason why it's closed in, if you go into these, they look more closed in. These scenes look wider, like a school, hospital, basement. Too wide. You can utilize them later if you find useful, but this is the one I would use. Alright, so I would go to video it, and we're going to do a tracking shot, but we're going to do more or less a dolly shot on this one. Camera slowly travels down empty hallway. Lights flicker. Not flickering. Just suggest, so we're going to use that. Create. Okay. These two are creating. What I feel like the scene would be. You have a man in a hallway that is wandering slowly down. Concerned. It's more or less like a dream state. So this scene would be opened up. It'd be a scene that the character, the man that's focused on, is in a nightmare. So we can morph this into anything we can think about doing, where we can have it more, have a sense of dread. We can have someone after him, but we can have someone that looks menacing and ghoulish. We can have a creature. We can have a specter, a spirit, anything. So we'll come along with that as the scenes go along. We'll create that as we go along, and we'll make it all make sense. See here, we have a scene that has finished of the hallway. Let's bring that up. Now, if you look at this, it does have like an eeriness to it. It wasn't exactly what I wanted, because I wanted the camera slowly travels down empty hallway. But it has this eeriness of, if you look at the lights, so the blinking, it's like a symbolic, it's a signal or some sort. It's like it has something to it. So we're going to go ahead and we can use that, or we can recreate it. I would say what we do is we recreate it, and we're going to take out this, do a dolly shot. Camera travels down empty hallway, and see if that gives us what we want. Okay, so that's how to generate. This is the other scene of the apartment. Looks good. I don't know what this is though. It looks like a spirit or something. I don't like that. I don't even know what the hell that is, to be honest with you. But what we can do here, we can still utilize the scene, but we can crop it to cut this part out and keep all this. We'll still get the cloud effects from the side and that, but we'll just cut this part here out. So we don't want to waste our credit, since we already did in the hallway scene. But we're going to go ahead and keep this. So we're going to do that. Put that into our saves. Let's go back in. So that's still generating. While that's generating, we have our empty shot here. We have an empty shot. We have an empty shot right here. The video we did looking around. Strange face there. And we have this one here. We were going to do the cut thing. Now, what if we have him, since he's in a dream state, in kind of like a spooky setting, creepy apartment complex? What if we have him, when he opens and transitions into this room, he ends up into this room, one of these rooms. It's like, you ever play the video game, if you're video game players, the back rooms, constantly traveling through hallways and such. Well, that's what we could turn this scene into, kind of like that kind of supernatural feel of being a little more of a back rooms type store opening. So what we'll do is we'll utilize, let's see which one we want to use. I think we can utilize, we use this one. So I think I would go with this one, because the steel light fixtures are the same. Instead of these here fixtures are more of the wider fluorescent bulbs. These are more across. So we're going to do this one. We're going to video it. Now, what this is going to show is it's going to show as he walks down and looks. We're going to see a wave of blood flows towards the screen. From end of hallway towards the screen. So it's going to be a wave of blood. Now, I don't know if that would make sense, but if not, we can use that scene for something of a closing of the scene. So we want to utilize what we already have. So let's see how that generates. This has 70%, so it's going to be done really soon. While these are generating, we can go to our image. We can actually go to our image of what we used here. Where was the one we used? We used this one right here. So we're going to use something different. Let's go with this one right here. We'll just change it up some. Let's do this one. Recreate. Excuse me. Man wearing black leather jacket. We're going to hit recreate. Enters a hallway with confusion on his face. Spot that on confusion on his face. With a look of confusion. I like to. Feeling, looking around, feeling trapped, or feeling lost, as let's see what that generates for us. Well, our other one should have been already created. Right here. See, it still didn't follow through. But, I don't know, between this one and this one, this goes by fast. This one here, we'll keep that one. We're actually going to be keeping both of them. We're going to try both of them in different aspects of scenes. So, I'm going to take that one, put it in, and we're going to take this one right here, and we're going to use that one too. Put them in there too. Alright, so we're going to use them. Now, here's our scenes we used. Now this one here looks interesting because it shows you the door behind him. I don't like these. It looks tall. He looks like a little short person coming through here. This one here looks perfect. Doors behind him. We can utilize this scene. This one looks good. He looks like he's doing some kind of dance here. This scene looks more eeriness, like he's in a school. It looks like lockers here. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to start with this one. So we use 1, 2, and we're going to use 3. These 3 scenes. This one here, we are going to video it. And first, I'm going to show you something that would be easy. This here, copy prompt. Take that out. You can always use the last prompt. Paste. Alright. And video it. Alright. So it's doing that. And now we said we're going to use this one, we're going to use this one. And we're going to use the same prompt actually on this, so we're going to copy that. We're going to video it. And actually keeps that. Create. Alright, we have our next scenes creating. So we're going to see how that does. Okay, what we're going to do now is we have our scene created. As you see here, he's looking, I don't like his face though. His face looks very AI looking. But it has that very AI appeal. If you look at more Cavalier, let's see, he looks up, eyes wide open, concerned. Can we get away with it? We might be able to, because like I say, I usually like something much more seamless. Like I'm a perfectionist when it comes to editing and film. So to me, I would not use this one. But in this case, since I'm trying to show you how it'll be work to put it all together, we are going to use it. And we're going to download that, put it into our files. And we're going to go back. Our next one should be generated soon. Now, while this is generating, we need an antagonist. We need someone to, we need a reason why he's here. What's chasing him? What is he afraid of? Well, we have that next scene. He has a gun in his hand on that one. Oh, it definitely doesn't, definitely not going to use this one. Look at this. His face is all morphed in that light. Definitely doesn't look like me at all, the other character. He just has a gun. He looks like, yeah, no, we're not going to use that one at all. That one didn't come out good. So we're going to actually recreate this one. Did he have a gun to start off with? I didn't see no gun. Which one did we use? We did have a gun. I should have seen that. So we can't use that one because he doesn't have a gun. We're going to have to go use this one. So, we're going to video it and video that. Like so. Alright, I didn't notice the gun, but I definitely think that is, there's definitely not. Now, anyway, what I was saying is an antagonist. So, go back to our imaging. We're going to do nighttime. tracking shot. We're gonna take myself out of this. I don't want no one in this. So we're gonna create something that's after him. And I would think you're in the back rooms. That's what we're going with. He's in like a nightmare state, a labyrinth of corridors. So to be after him would be more or less a force, something menacing. So let's do a giant creature with tentacles and giant razor sharp claws. Razor sharp teeth. Crawls down hallway of old apartment. It says here to use. Let's see how that will come out. And it doesn't hurt, it's just 4 credits. We have enough. Let's create that. I still, this one here just makes me laugh. Just that face. I've seen that face before in movies. But that makes me laugh. That's really funny. So let's let this create this image. Content generation error. We edit. So it's that we'll do it again. It did not take the credits, I don't think. No, it didn't take the credits. So if it doesn't, if on the software, if it cannot generate, it won't take the credits. So you don't lose anything. So this is just an image. We're gonna, if the image looks good, we're gonna use it. Now, to go back to what I said earlier when we first started, the best thing to do is called storyboarding. And this software I find the best. It gives you 4 images to choose from. Still not using it for some reason. Let's see why. Let's take tracking shot out. Like this. Let's try that. The storyboarding is important because you can pick, especially in AI, because AI does take credits. If you create the scene you want, you can go along with it. And as this one here, you could do 6 seconds to 10 seconds. So you can use the image you created that you like and work from there, rather than creating an image and have to go back because you don't like it. Like this one image, for example, the one we just seen, this one, if I would have just typed it and used it, it would have been a waste of credits because we're not going to use it anyway. Now here's the creature. Which one do we like? Zoom out. We have this one. He looks cool. We can utilize him later. We have this one. That looks really cool. Looks sci-fi. Looks neat. This one here I don't like. I like to use, but I don't like it because we have this image down here of a person. So we can't use that one. This one here looks cool. We can use that later, but it doesn't fit. It looks a little corny with the light up mouth and eyes. So I don't like that one. But I do like this one. So we are going to use this one. And we're going to video it. So hit video. Okay, here we go. Nighttime tracking. We don't want that. We want to copy this. We want to take this out, hit it, paste. And this one here is going to be a tracking shot. Now, I want to have a little destruction. We shouldn't, because it could run hectic, and now we're going to work with that. Let's just try this at first. Let's see how it goes. Let's create that scene. Let's go back and see if our other scene is at 51%. So we're going to use this one, because it does look good, even though the face changes. But here we go. He's looking concerned. Don't like the step backwards. Zooming in. I don't like to step backwards just now, but we're going to cut. We're not going to use this section. Right here, we're going to stop. We're going to use this section, him walking forward, looking. Once again, I don't like the face. You can see the AI look to it, the shininess, but we're going to get along with that. I'm going to show you how to use filters and such to get along, to get through all that. So we'll go ahead and we'll without watermark, and we'll go through. This one here should come along now. They have some cool creatures, so I do want to utilize them all. Well, utilize this one and this one. This one here, last resort. So let's go ahead and video that. Alright, use this. And same kind of thing, we're going to go ahead and generate. And we're going to see how that goes. Okay, well, we got our video done, so let's go take a look at it, see what comes up. Now that looks really good. Nice fluid, good creature effects. So yeah, we're definitely going to use that one. So add that into spot. This one here is almost done. Now, what we're going to do is what we had. I want at first, since this is a trial, and I'm showing you the basics of using this software, and we have other software we're going to be using as well. We're going to create something that is called a 1 minute horror film, which will be a short, but it's showing you how to create a short film. A short film will be like originally 10-15 minutes. That's what we're going to aim for. But today I want to show you the basics of starting doing a 1 minute horror film, which is something new that I tried to dabble in. I made 2 of them. They were successful. So, and they're fun to do also. But get you used to the AI software, and so that's what we're going to do. Because as you see, each scene, this one for example, 6 seconds, and the other ones, we have 6 seconds, we have 10 seconds on one. So it adds up, but it's going to take a while to actually create what we aim to create. In this example, I want to show you a 1 minute thing. Now here's the other one. Now look at this one. That looks cool also. Very sci-fi. Oh, look at the destruction as he walks. That is awesome. So we want to keep that. And so we're going to save that one. Goes into our little data bank there. Now that we got the basics of an opening, I'm going to go ahead and show you the adding the sound process and what I use to do that. And that goes into another software. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, what we're on now is something called Galaxy AI. Galaxy AI is a great platform to do a lot of different things with AI and to use social media itself, and also on YouTube and that for creating. Also every day, don't forget to claim your free credits. I claim mine. I have 15.76 million credits, which might sound like a lot, but believe me, it's not. So what we're going to do is we are going to do the AI tools. Click off this. We're going down to something This does everything from music generating, voice changing, all in one platform. And it's really worth it. It's $15 a month to subscribe, but you get a lot. And AI video effects, blog effects, you can do your blogs. We're going to do add audio to video AI. We're going to use this one. What you're going to do here, you're going to browse what we just did. Drop files. Now, come on. These are the files we have saved, as you see. We're going to go ahead and we're going to use, first off, we're going to go to the first one, the very first one we did. That's this one. Go ahead and click it. Goes into done, as you see here. Now, we're going to generate audio. Like all the way to the beginning. So, generate audio. This is optional if you want to describe the audio you want to generate. In this case, I'm going to let it read itself, because usually it's pretty good at doing that. Generate audio. And it'll take only a few minutes. It shows up down here when it's done. These are some, here we go. Now let's see. Now I like the rumble in the background if you heard that. It adds to it. Go ahead and save this. It saves up here. You could differ the two. Helio, Galaxy. Okay. Go to the next one. And you're going to do this, and it shows you, if you see on the corner here, right here, shrinks down. It only takes like 8 credits, which ain't bad. Okay, we did this one. So we're going to now do this one here. Let's see how that looks up. And generate audio. These here are from audios from other films I did, other AI projects. Now remember, that's who we're gonna pick from, but let's see this again. For some reason, I think even though it looks strange, we could probably utilize it. How the original looked here. I think he walked into the original. That. I want to see if we could generate that again. See how it comes out. Sound was good. Sound was really good on it. But I want to get it. See, yeah, it's 10 million. So I know it sounds like a lot, but it's not. It's just a little chunk of what you have. See if this does anything different. I like that. I don't like that. I do like that. If we can stop that, go into this, and use that one clip, we could probably work with it, add different sounds later to that one. So let's save this one. Okay, and we're going to actually go to the one we have, the older one, and save that also. Let's go to the next scene here. We did this. We're going to do this one. Okay, this is one I didn't like much, but I'm going to try it. It only gives you 8 seconds of sound on that. Oh shoot, I saved it again. So remember, we have 2 of them, I think. Yeah, 2 of them. So, hit the wrong button. My bad. But we are going to save this one too, by the way. So click that one here. I am going to save that. So, because we can probably find some use to that. So let's see what this one comes up with. This is how you add sound. And that's really important to any kind of feature, any kind of film. If you want some sound. Let's see what this one comes up with. Okay, but I don't like the bird sounds. Birds at night. So I am going to put here no bird sounds. Right, because that's actually we're going to take that, put it on here negative. So we're going to do no bird sounds. And I like to bring that up. That's what we should have did earlier. Brought that up. I'll bring these up because that's really important. GFC also is really important because then it brings you in more detail. So we're going to redo this one scene that the door opens and you step in and see if that can make fix that problem there. So let's see if this works. I really don't like birds at night. It doesn't make sense. That's okay. We can do that. Utilize this here. Save that. Now I wanted to fix that one scene. Let's see if it works. So that was I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. We'll utilize this again. Done. Remember, we have right here the generating. So we're going to generate that. See if the tape does the whole length when you walk into the room. Because that's really important. We want to keep that sound when you walk into the room because it's going from one point to the other, especially if we're going to utilize just that section. That's what's important. That's the area to step though. And that's perfect. So as you see, you're starting to walk into that room. That was a lot better than what we had before. So I'll save this. Go to the next one. And we're going to do this to all our scenes we just did up. So we stopped at the house here. We're going to do. We saved both of these. Into the hallway lighting. Let's try this one. I think this is the rapid one. I'm not sure if this will work. Let's just try it. So this was. And like I say, if you look down here, if you can see down here, it didn't use much at all. I still over 15. And every day you claim credits, so you get a lot of credits also. So I really recommend Galaxy AI for any of your needs. When it comes to AI editing, when it comes to film, it has so many programs in it that you can use. So I really recommend that. When this lights up, that's when you click like that. interesting. I'm going to use it. And I'm going to do the other one. See how that comes out. And this one. And this one. Done. And generate. We want it to be creepy. That's what's important. Making it creepy. But you see how easy it is? I mean, it creates the sound for you. And usually it's good. Where you didn't see me put any prompts of what I wanted to do. It usually picks up on what to do. It's really good at that. And I really recommend this. Sounds really good. Loud, but good. And we can add, our next step is adding music. So it's going to sound good when the music's overlaying it. Alright, so we did that. Now we get to the creatures, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Still have a lot of... So we have 2 more, then we get to the creatures. Here's this one. I just don't like when you add talking on these scenes. They use a foreign language. It doesn't sound good. So, try to avoid that if you use this software. It's really important. We don't want no foreign languages to interfere, especially if it's not proper for the scenes we're doing. Good ambience. Has a little. That's really good. Good to use that one. Next. Alright, we did this one. Now we're doing this one. See how this comes out. And I'm going to add the links in the description below, so you can go ahead and click on the link to what we're using making these videos to the software. And also, if you like this video, please click like, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're going to start doing a lot of these learning videos as well when it comes to film and creating film. Here we go. This one, did that not generate? I thought we could generate on that one. I guess I didn't. My bad. Sorry. So far, so good though. I like the sound. Didn't have to do a lot of retakes.
Who's the match?
I don't know, that sounded like me, but I don't want no talking. So we're gonna add that to our thing. No talking. And no heavy breathing. We're not making a porn. I don't know why he's so out of breath. Let's try that. That was one of our retakes we had to do. I just didn't like that. I don't know why he would be talking in the first place when his mouth wasn't moving. Yeah, we can shrink it out, shrink down the volume, and we can go ahead and overlap it. I should have that in the filtering and such. Now we're going to the always the creatures are always the fun part because the sounds sometimes they use. And we're gonna see what this can do now. Alright. Generate. Because doing past videos, it did a great job with the creature sounds. Regardless what the creature was, it had a great sound to it. So I'm looking forward to hearing what this sounds like. Especially the other one when it was ripping through the walls. It picks up that detail. Let's see. That sounds great. There's that. And now we have our last one, which was that sounds. And that's the last scene. As you see, we didn't use much at all. Came to our credits. We have a lot of credits left. That's why I only use this program when I'm going to use like sound effects, sometimes different overlaps, different filters and such. I use my creating with Halo, and I come over to this one to use the sound, to make the sound and patch it up in that. So let's see what this sounds like. Really good. Okay. Now that we did that, we're going to go over to the editing board and put these scenes we put together so far into the editing board, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay. What we're using is a program which I use called Mavavi Video Editing Plus. Mavavi Video Editing Plus, and I like to use that. It's a simple editing program. I use different ones, Final Draft and so forth. For this one here, I like to use it for simple projects. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our files that we just created and do it in order. So, hit add. It's going to pull up everything we created. We're going to go up to downloads. This is everything we created so far. So here it says Galaxy. Those are the only ones we're going to use. The ones that say Galaxy on it. We're not going to use the Helium one. So we start off with this one here. Walking through the doorway. Let's see, which one was it? They both look the same. Here's this one. Alright, play. Oh, I don't like that. I never noticed that before. Let's play it again. I have a little lag into that for some reason, but it should take it out. I want to try it again. I don't like it. I'm going to take this one out. For some reason, I don't like that that last talk, the noise he was making. All right, we're going to try this one. really like, but well, we're gonna start off with this one anyway, the house one. So, and remember how I said we were gonna crop this section out? This is how we're gonna do that with this software. Use crop. Now we're gonna lower the screen down just a little bit like that. Put it on, and it cuts that out. We want it to fit, so we're gonna go Tools, Pan Zoom, Add, and we're gonna take this, stretch it out like so, just like that. So let's start the scene over. It's not bad, so we're gonna use that. Now we're going to go back to add frame, and I don't know what it is. I don't understand. We didn't hear that one scene we did not hear. I remember there was one that we used. Was it this one? Yeah, this is the good one. Stop it, and we're going to stop it. So now we're going to keep it like that. We're not going to show him go in the room. We're going to cut to the hallway scene. Which one? We're going to go with this one. Let's see. It's the loud one, I think. So now, there you go. So now what we're going to do, let's start from the beginning since we're not far and we're only 20 seconds in. Hit it. To go ahead and use we'll add one of the creatures in now. See how that will look. Right, so as you see, the reason why I did it that way, you show the house, you show the apartment. He's in there obviously concerned about something, as you can see, and it adds, as a viewer, and a nightmare effects scene that makes it more eerie. If you watch this, the darkness rolls in across, and that's when he opens the door. It's like it's surreal type feeling. Really good. I think that's cool. It's like once he stepped in, it's like set off an alarm. And I'm going out there. This is just like thinking wise. If you want to be like just being practical, sets off an alarm type thing. And when he opens that door, he steps in, and then the alarms go off right here. You hear that noise, and that's when the creatures start moving forward. And if you ever play the game, video game of Backrooms, you'll understand as you go into certain sections, you do trigger off these creatures or different life forms that do come after you. This is kind of an interesting concept that we can work with. So now we're going to go into this one. So let's go back in a little bit. Creatures, and he's just looking around. We can go into the second set right here. Another pattern of lights flickering that releases this big guy, like so. then it goes into our final scene we did right here.
Yes.
And we weren't going to use that. Remember how I showed you I wasn't going to use that step back? As you see right here, he goes forward. He does like a little two-step.
Yes.
I was going to use it. We're going to stop right here. And we're going to go ahead and split. As you see it divided here. Double click, we're going to highlight that. Cut that out. And then it should be just walking. Now there's some little talk here at the end I don't like. Right there. Hear it? I do not like that. So we are going to cut right here. Another split. Split. Now we want to get see how we have this split here. We want to make more room. Double click that to a highlights, cut, just like so. Now we got in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 scenes. Only boil up to 50 seconds. So we still have a long ways to go. That's why if you really want to get done quicker when you do an AI and you want to make like a 10-minute or so, figure 60 seconds is in a minute, then you want to do at least 6 10-second videos and go from there and work on, or that's how you would want to do it. But in this case, we're being very cautious. This is only the first episode of this, so we have a long way to go, and I'll guide you along as we go. Now we did this. I do want to add another repeat scene, and that is of the apartment at that. Now what I want to do on this is we want to keep the whole thing, the whole apartment, even that little part I don't like up on top, because it just adds to it all. Alright, that brings up to 55 seconds almost. Alright, and now I'm going to show you how to create music for what we just did. Alright, it doesn't really need it, but a little ambient music in the background never hurt anything. So we're going to go ahead and create our music. Okay, and what I like to use while creating our music is a program called Tempola. Tempola, it can create song with lyrics, and there's a lot of options you can use. And you can go ahead and do instrumental. We're going to do instrumental. And I did a couple of examples here. One came out as Obsidian Veil. And as you see, good beat, good tone. And it runs for 2 minutes. The next one I created is Beneath the Veil at Night. More airy, ambient type tone. Down, see it changes. Now I don't think that would fit what we're doing, but I do think this one here will. But I want to show you quickly as an example. If I could use the Obsidian Veil, but I'm going to show you an example of how to create this. I want to do horror, suspense, down tempo a little bit. So I'm going to type that in. As I go to instrumental, I type that in. And then I want to create. And this here gives you 1,000 credits. Doesn't take many, but it creates 2 songs at once, 2 different tracks at once. This one here is creating its 2. See what they are when they come out. And these are all copyright free. You can use them in your videos and for YouTube and such. But this is an easy way to do it. I mean, you don't want to get copyright strikes. You don't want to go through that. You want to use copyright free music. And so this one here creates Shadow Whispers. See what this sounds like. Sounds good. I'll use that later on as we go along further. Whispers and decimals. Sounds like The Thing. This one, Obsidian. Obsidian again. That sounds good too. I want to go Whispers of Science because I don't know. This has a more of a. It sounds has more of a tempo type thing. I like that. I like the little suspense feel to that one. So we're gonna download this song here. We're gonna do MP3. And that goes into your downloads. Now we're going back to our editing, and I'll show you how to go ahead and patch this all together. Okay, and what we're going to do with that music is we are going to now add it to our short film we did so far, 3 scenes, and we're going to click Add Media, and we're switching to Science, and then it adds in. Now let's see the difference. Difference, and I think it's a big improvement also. The music really adds to it, has a feel, brings it more together, and it's coming along just great. And that we're, like I said, we're at 55 seconds long with this so far, almost a minute. And on our next episodes we are going to go further, and I'm going to try to make this 5 minutes to 8 minutes long, maybe 10 minutes, and we're going to be every step of the way, so when we get to the finished product we can actually say we did this together, because you were with me from the beginning to the end. And now I want to show you a bonus thing also. In my films, I like adding a little filter. I was an 80s person. I'm a big fan of 80s horror films, 70s horror films. And I like that kind of grain to it, grindhouse look. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to go to this here, the filters, and I'm going to add old movie 70s filter. I'm going to add it like this. Just keep adding a little bit. Heavy scene. And we're not going to watch the whole thing over again, but I am going to show you some examples of what this would do to your scenes. And it's a big plus. At least I think so. A lot of, some people probably won't like it. They like the clarity, which I do. I like the clarity also. Just the effect it gives you. Still the same, but it adds a little tint to it, a little fade, so it has that little 70s feel. And I think that will go good with this short film. So, especially when you go to the creature scenes, you are going to have a good little, let's go to some creature scenes here. I mean, look at this. I think it adds to that. I like this. So I think it's a plus. We're going to go with the 70s theme on this. We're going to, like I said, we're going to keep adding. Now, before we end this one episode, I want you to watch this short video to see what KNS Global Entertainment put together using AI, creating these shorts. And these are clippets of the short films that we made. And I want you to watch them, and I want you to just to see what AI technology can do, and how simple it is that you can make a short film and how you can make films itself. It's a new thing going on, and it's great, and it really makes it a lot easier to be creative. But like I say, look at this creature we have on the screen here. I mean, look at this. We created this just by prompts, just by words. We created this creature, this fascinating creature. Look at this one. It's like a spider creature. It's just like you create your own imagination, your nightmarish imagination to create these creatures, and you bring them to life. And I mean, it's a lot of fun. And it's not a job; it's just fun. If you like filmmaking, it's even better. And there's so much you can do with AI. So I'll link those websites on the description, the 3 that we used to make these come to life, the music and the 2 do the sound, and also Halio that we did the video. Remember, storyboarding is important. If I can't express that enough, that's important. Always create your images first, work from your images, the ones you like, create forward. Our next episode, we'll be going further to create this film, and I want to make it 5 to 8 minutes long, 10 minutes if we can. But we're going to have as many episodes till we get to that point, and I'm going to be with you along the way, teaching you new things of how to create these films. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and export it, format it, export it, and I'm going to post it. And it's going to be dedicated to you YouTube fans that are learning this and side by side bringing this to life and going forward. Thank you. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and check out this video from K&S Global Entertainment of some of the short films we did, some clip-its, and I hope you enjoy.
Welcome to the new AI addition to K&S Society Entertainment. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the narrator for K&S Society Entertainment. This new edition will bring you cinematic short films from K&S Society Entertainment using new AI technology. These short films will have great special effects, great camera shots, and even though it will be done all in AI, all the scripts for actions in short films will be done by those at K&S Society Entertainment. Also, this new edition will open doors to endless possibilities in short films, from horror to action, commercials, ads, short, animated films and more, from K&S Society, and also allow actors from the independent film world to be a part of by contacting K&S Society and finding out how. All the scenes you are seeing are all a part of the new AI technology and are scenes from upcoming K&S Society Entertainment short films. So, we are happy to announce K&S Society AI Entertainment to the society that is K&S Society Entertainment.